welcome to Doggy Style TV.
Hello and welcome to Doggy Style TV. I'm here with Christine Sutherland, co-founder of Sutherland & Chan. And that is an incredible massage school in Toronto, Ontario. So tell me though about what you do with animals now, because I know you went from people and now you focus on animals. You have a show called Pet Your Pet.
I actually started in the barnyard. I had goats and chickens and horses, and that's when I did film. I never thought I'd do massage. So now I teach everything from hamsters to horses. But because I'm a dog lover, they are my favorite pet to pet.
Pet to pet?
Yes.
Now you have a company called Canadian, what is it again?
The Canadian Institute of Animal Massage.
Yes.
And so that covers not only the animals I've just described, but when I first started, 30, 40 years ago, there weren't rescue animals. I still did workshops for the Humane Society, the SPCA, and encouraged their volunteers to learn.
That's good.
And to rehab animals so they'd be much more candidates for going out. But now I'm hooked on rescue. So being able to give a workshop in Ontario here, the Greyhound Rescue group, that was the thrill of my lifetime.
So these are the greyhounds that come off the track?
Yes, they're rescued.
How long do they run for typically?
Oh, they had all different stories, horrible stories behind them of racing. Same as racehorses, but a very different kind of world. But to see them with these owners that were so invested in having those animals have a good retirement.
They're new owners?
Yes.
What kind of experience is that? Are they open to touching them? Are they skittish?
Some of them are quite damaged and emotionally traumatized. So I use the owner as my segue. So for instance, I would do something as obvious as put your hand on mine, Ronnie, and then bend your fingers like this, get right on top of my finger, that kind of thing. So we massage along together. Sometimes I can't be underneath. I'll start with your fingers on the bottom. We'll do that. Sometimes if I can't handle them at all, I'll do it on you first and then suggest where to do it on them. So I use any way to get your hands on to be my hands.
Right, so this way they feel you through me and they get used to the whole experience.
Yep, and they're just listening to my voice and getting used to the idea that I'm not a threat. But the greyhounds are fantastic. They have to be so responsive. They give you eye contact that's just
really
very, very moving. Yeah.
Will you give us a demonstration on Ollie?
Yes, I'd love to.
Since I'm not getting it,
hardly
it's
wait.
back to the dog.
Don't worry, we'll warm up on Ollie and then we'll do you. Because remember the dog handlers? Yes, we'll get to your arms. Well, Ollie's one of the best dogs to demo on. As you'll see, he moves into a sideline position easily, and he'll roll predictably on his back too for his tummy rub. But what I do want to do is actually start on his spine. So that'll be a bit of talking him into it. The idea being that we're going to work the entire length of his spine, including his beautiful tail. And that way, I'll start with just long strokes, just like you do naturally as a pet owner. You'll get a long stroke, but this time it's got lots of pressure. So that means that he's going to have stimulus all the way down, including the tail. So just don't stop at the lower back and sacrum, go right out the tail. And also come right to the tip of his nose when you're coming on down. And that not only accustoms the dog to your touch, but it gets his nervous system fired up and ready to go. Then I do a ringing all the way up and down the back, all the way down into the lower back. These are basic human strokes. We'll mess up your hair there, Ollie. Then we're going to use the thumbs, and we're going to do a thumb kneading on either side of the spine, starting right up in the forehead here, all the way down the neck, all the way into the shoulders. You want to go with the Venus return, which is always wanting to go up towards the heart. So long strokes up the legs into the trunk of the body is a really good idea. If they have a respiratory problem, you can shake around the thorax here And we tend to do this just instinctively, to get a cup shape to our hand and then do this to movement. So we're going to shake up his lungs, make sure that we can get any congestion that might be down there. If they get a cough or kennel cough, this is a great way to help clear the lungs. It also helps anesthetize the dog itself. They'll go into a bit of a daze when you do this percussive topement up and down their back. Good boy, good boy. And then you can use your fingertips, kind of like a curry brush, and really work the whole fur coat. And this will really help the glands, the sebaceous and the sudoriferous glands that give lots of oil to the hair follicle to wake up and really make that coat nice and oily and not dry. And the older they get, the more you want to do this kind of stimulation with your fingertips. And then you can take your light stroking to finish off. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. So a nice lovely dog like Ollie that's used to it is going to be easy to practice on. And you want to take those same strokes, going for the individual legs, the tummy, the respiratory system, and put them all together in just a quickie. That only took us about 5 minutes. That sort of thing done a couple of days a week or a couple of times a day will keep your pet rubbing you the right way.
Do you actually have training classes where people can come to?
Yes, anywhere and everywhere I will go to do this. And but especially humane societies and SPCAs for their fundraisers. Then I usually do after the dog walk, before the dog walk, I'll do the sports dog massage, you know. But any group of people, kennel clubs, I love to go to, besides special events and showings. But often the rescue groups will get together, like the Greyhound group did, and then I'm just in my element. I just love that. Give me a dog with a problem or any animal, and it just feels like you're really doing what you're meant to be here to do.
So you hear that, people? If you need your dog massaged or a group of you need your dog massaged, Christine will come to the rescue.
Easy
and
to
teach you
find.
everything. Exactly. Easy to find. She'll teach you everything you need to know.